We're all going to be in here today.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are here in the pool section of our hardware store because it's summertime, as you all know, and it's very hot outside. And so many of you have been in your pools or at your neighbor's pools, and Ivy's going to go to one of her neighbor's pools tonight for a little pool party. She's our camera lady today. Can't see her, but she's back there.
Yeah, hi.
So we thought it'd be a good time to talk about pool maintenance, and we brought over Christian because in a past life you were a pool boy.
That's right.
That's right.
We have a family, well, we had a family pool business in Las Vegas for several years that I ran. So I'm the resident pool expert here at Randy's, and so they asked me to talk a little bit about pool stuff.
Yeah, and Shirley wanted to mention that Austin was also a lifeguard. So if you come in needing any lifeguarding.
Well, and part of that lifeguarding duty was to maintain the pool. So
yeah, so we usually have somebody here.
A knowledge pool.
Yeah, we usually have somebody here all the time. But I'm going to step out and let you guys talk about pools, and I'll just interject from the peanut gallery.
Okay. All right. So, taking care of pools around here, many of you already know, of course, that the first thing you want to look for is your chlorine, and you're going to be testing your chlorine, but there's actually two types of chlorine that you test for. There's there's total chlorine, and that's not as helpful as actually the amount of free chlorine that you have. Because when you're testing your total chlorine, that's the amount that you've used up already, and the amount that you have free that can do the chlorinating, the cleaning, and everything as well. So in your test kits like this, make sure that you have one that is testing the free chlorine. That's the one that you need.
So like that one says free chlorine.
There you go.
Very top. And that one tests for total chlorine. So free chlorine is the stuff that'll clean your pool, not the stuff that's already used up.
That's right.
Yep. There's a reason you have to clean your pool.
And you do every once in a while want to test for total chlorine, because if you're full of thanks for that, bud. If you do
the close up.
If you do have too much total chlorine and not enough free chlorine, then there's some other things you need to do to your pool, but that's getting pretty technical.
Yeah.
So you need free chlorine, and you can get that in your pool in a number of ways. The best way, the most important way, is by using tablets. These are called trichlor tablets. These are the big 3-inch tablets, and most people use a floater like Randy has here. You fill that up with these tablets, and you just let that float around your pool, and it keeps it nice and chlorinated for the summer. And just make sure that stays filled up with these 3-inch tablets. You can also use little 1-inch tablets like these.
Little baby tablets.
I think these are 1-inch. These are just a bucket of bigger ones, but we have 1-inch tablets here as well.
A wide variety.
Yeah, a less effective way of chlorinating your pool, but one that's common, is to shock your pool. Shock is just granular chlorine, and it is a way of increasing your chlorine really, really fast. So if your pool starts to look cloudy, or heaven forbid it starts to look green, you can use shock treatment like this big tub here, or these bags that you see all the time. You can use that to increase your chlorine levels really fast and clear up your water very quickly. Some people use that as a regular treatment, but that's not very good for your pool, for your equipment, for the liners in your pool, or if you have not a liner pool, but a cement pool. It's not very good for your pool. So using this as a regular treatment is not the most effective thing. It's better to keep your chlorine levels nice and level all the time.
So we got a lot of different stuff down there, though.
We do. So besides chlorine levels, you're also wanting to monitor your pH. So we have here pH decreaser and pH increaser. Your pH levels are what's going to keep it from feeling kind of itchy on your skin and kind of keep it from irritating your skin. And so pH is almost as important, just as important as chlorine levels.
Sorry, I'm trying to set. We have a monopod now, and I was trying to get it down to the ground.
You can increase the height. We had
I think I will.
For Ivy.
Woo! There we go.
So this is also something. Whenever you're testing these levels, you want to test it weekly, especially when you're getting it in the beginning of the summer, when you're trying to get your levels balanced again. Even more than that, if this is your own pool, you can test it more often than that until you get it nice and balanced out. So pH increaser and decreaser, and then along with pH comes alkalinity. So we have alkalinity plus. As you're adding new water, your alkalinity is going to dive, and so you might have to add some alkalinity plus.
It's a whole lot of chemistry going on in a pool.
It is. Now, Christian, does the fact that we've had all this excessive rain this summer, does that change the way you have to care for your pool?
It does. Adding any new water to your pool, whether it's rainwater or well water, that's always going to throw off your balance in your pool. So anytime you get a bunch of raw water in there, is what we call it, then you're going to want to go out, test your water with your strips or with your little kit, and check your pH especially. And of course your chlorine levels are going to drop again. So you're going to need to add some more chlorine.
So Christian, we had a question from Heidi. Do we have any peroxide-based chemicals like Baquicil?
We do not carry any Baquicil, or I believe we're still we do not.
So that was a no. Is that a no, like we can't get it at all, or?
We do not carry those. We
don't
have
carry
all chlorine-based products, and then we do carry pool salt for salt-based pools. We do also carry salt for salt-based pools, but not any peroxide-based products.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, Heidi.
Sorry. So besides checking, these are alkalinity and pH. If you do get a green pool, if your pool happens to get a bunch of algae,
Looks like your shirt.
that looks like my beautiful green shirt today. We have some chemicals here to help that clean up. Of course, you have algicide, which in combination, we have these algicides here, in combination with shock will help kill the algae. So it turns from a bright green like my shirt to a brown color.
Yummy.
But then you'll need to keep it from just a suspension all throughout the pool. You'll need it to be filtered out. So you'll use either a clarifier or this flocculant here.
That's a big word, flocculant. What the heck's a flocculant?
A flocculant. What it does, both the clarifier and flocculant will take all those suspended algae particles and kind of combine them into larger clumps. And then if you're not circulating your pool, it'll all just drop to the bottom, and then you can easily vacuum all that algae out. Otherwise, it's just going to continue to be suspended in your pool and just going crazy, and your pool will look nasty the whole summer.
Yummy. One thing you were just talking about was a pool vacuum, and I wondered if we could move over to our other end cap of pool items,
Sure.
which has some of the tools as opposed to the chemicals.
Yeah. So there's the vacuum.
Got a
Along
flare
with
going on.
Along with the hose, this would attach right to your pool pump. It goes right into the suction side of your pool pump. And that's what you would use then to clean up once that's all dropped to the bottom.
Yeah, it just sucks up everything that's on the bottom of your pool.
Right. We've also got your leaf rake here. So this is a net.
That's a
And-
deep one. We've got some of the shallow ones too for when you're just skimming.
Right. So this attaches to the end of here along with the brush. And that's what I recommend for weekly maintenance, is you use the net to go around, collect all the branches and leaves and dead bugs that get in your pool. And then you take the brush and you brush down all the sides and the bottom, and that gets all the junk that's collected on the sides. That's a good way of maintaining your pool.
we get the bus.
I think if a bird flies by and drops fish eggs in your pool and they hatch into little baby fishes, you can scoop. I think that's what this is for, to scoop those out.
Sure.
Is that right?
That's it.
I've never
You got
heard
it.
that theory before, but I like it.
Yeah.
That's just a smaller version of this. But you can catch little minnows in it too. Yeah. But we've got all the test kits here. We've got a thermometer.
Ooh, sorry, I kicked the monopod.
That's all right.
Getting used to the new technology.
Thermometer, test kits. The test strips I really like. They're a lot easier to do. We've got 2 different kinds here.
Actually, there's going to be one more coming in today. I started stocking the
Oh, is it
test
that
strips for the salt.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well,
So they'll
there's
be
nobody
coming in
in.
today.
So if you missed that, there's the salt test strips as well coming in. And we
Salt
got
will
space
serve.
on that end cap. We can fill it up.
Yep. And then we've got the vinyl repair kits. If you have a vinyl pool and you need to repair a little pinhole, we've got those kits here as well. So we have everything you need. One thing I forgot to mention that is important, and one thing that most pool places won't tell you because they want to sell you a lot of chlorine,
Oh, man.
is a product we have here called stabilizer and conditioner. And what this product does here is, it's also called cyanuric acid, and it sounds scary, but it's a very stable product. And when you put this in your pool and test for it and keep its levels up, it saves you a ton of money on chlorine. So most places don't want to sell you that. But we like to give you a pool that's nice, and we want to, when you put this in there, it also, the reason they call it conditioner is because it makes your pool feel really nice as well. So if you come in the next time you're working on your pool, ask about this product. We can get you some sized right for your pool, and you can put that in there, and it feels really good in your pool. It makes it feel nice and soft, but it also saves you. It protects the chlorine that's in your pool. It keeps it from getting burned out by the sun, and it'll save you a lot of money on chlorine.
Good. Well, thanks for that sneaky tip and trick.
Hey,
Oh,
talking about sneaky, did you hear about the rabbit in the hardware store?
no,
Did not.
I haven't heard that one.
A rabbit goes in the hardware store, and he goes to the hardware clerk and he says, "Do you have any carrots?" And the clerk says, "We're a hardware store, so we don't carry carrots."
There's a rabbit in our house.
And this goes on every week for a month. The rabbit comes in, asks for carrots. The clerk gets irritated every single time. He said, "We don't sell carrots." So the very next month, the rabbit comes in, and the clerk says, "If you ask for carrots one more time," he said, "I'm going to take some copper nails and I'm going to nail your ears to the wall." The rabbit says,
This sounds intense.
"You have copper nails?" Goes to the shelf and he looks. "No," he said, "I'm sorry, we're out of copper nails today." "Good. You got any carrots?"
Oh dear. Thanks, Dad.
Cha-ching!
Nice.
I think he's been hanging out with the grandkids a little too long. I wanted to point out our new Randy's Hardware t-shirts.
Really nice.
Our summer
with a
weight.
special surprise.
Oh, surprise on the back. Cha-ching. You have a stain too.
No, it's not really.
It's dust.
Yeah,
He's
it's
got dust on him.
right.
No, it's not coming off. But
It will.
imagine that without the ring of dust on it. And we're so excited about those because we can just tell you to follow Randy around the hardware store and you can get all the stuff that you need.
And you can even buy a t-shirt if you want.
You can buy a t-shirt.
Anytime you come in now, Randy's always here.
Yep,
Yep.
Randy's always here. Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you guys and Flint for helping us out with pool chemicals today. I got distracted by the cute boy.
Flint, we don't mind your questions. We don't mind them at all.
That's right. Thank you, everybody.